welcome to the zoo.
Why am I here?
Minions of the Zoo is a lovable ragtag group of misfits that sprang up initially as a fan group to Ranting Monkey, Scribe-Light, Some Dumb American, and their joint Lords of the Night livestream show. Late night discussions in Discord quickly evolved into streams of their own, with each member bringing something new and different to the table for discussion. Led by the incomparable Reject PPC and the One-Ton Hammer, the group rotates hosts known as Zookeepers.
Hello everybody and welcome to Minions of the Zoo. I'm your host for this evening, One-Ton Hammer.
I will be your zookeeper tonight, Reject.
Alright, and welcome to the zoo. I am the Lucky Pop-Tart
Inquisitor. Sanguine.
Skep Tock.
I'm Prospero.
Fat Platypus.
Chaosy. And I'm Della Hazed.
Regular streamers, they're known as Minions. And special guests are known as traveling exhibits. They're on a nightly basis, so that each show has something unique and fresh for our audience. Minions of the Zoo currently streams at 10:30 Central Standard, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Minions of the Zoo. This is Monday night, and damn it, I left that open once again. Hey, leaving the fly open seems to be a habitual thing. But I'm your host, Adam of Clan Veggie the First, and I am thankful to have with me Terry. Was it Derry Mantis?
Mantis, yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? Together, Terry and I, we fuse together to become the ultimate warrior, VeggiMight. I like it. So how you doing, man?
Yeah, pretty good. How about you?
Well, you can't complain for a Monday,
It's Tuesday morning for me, so I get to live in the future as always.
Oh, right. I forget. And that's what makes his part the might, because he's in the future.
Yes. I've been playing video games and watching YouTube, and that has been everything that I've been doing for the last 4 years. So
What have you
I've been busy.
What have you been playing?
At the moment, I'm playing Persona 4. I'm actually up to the last boss. Game sitting paused in the other window because it got to showtime. It's like, I don't have time to finish the fight and watch the ending. I'll just do that after the stream. And no, it's a good game. It has things I don't like about it, but overall, it's a good game.
I don't know if I've ever really caught on to Persona. Didn't they just talk about a release on Switch, like
I have no idea.
repack or something like that? I don't know.
I don't have a Switch anymore, so yeah, I don't know what games are on it.
Yeah, I saw that. I think they're re-releasing some games on it. I don't know. I've never been interested in it. It seems a little too eccentric for my taste, I guess.
Yeah, I mostly got it because there's a fighting game based on Persona 4, and I thought this would be a good way to be familiar with the characters.
Wait, is it?
Yeah, Persona 4 Arena is a fighting game based on. I think it's got some Persona 3 characters as well, but I haven't played that one.
What is this? What is Arena on? What can you find it on?
It's on Steam.
Steam.
Presumably it's on other things as well, but yeah, Persona 4 Arena Ultimax is like the most recent version of the fighting game.
I have to
It
give it a
looks
check out.
really crazy. It's like the only fighting game I've ever seen that has status conditions. Like you can stun, and poison and like reverse your opponent's controls and all this weird shit that you can do to them. Like
Wait, so they tried to add some RPG elements to it?
kind of, yeah. So like you can silence is I know that's one of the status effects which stops you using your persona, which is like your special moves. It's really weird, and I think one of them is like paralysis, where you can't even like move your character. You can still attack, but you can't like move left and right. It's like really, really weird. But I do want to give it a try, so I thought this would be a good way to become familiar with the characters rather than go in blind.
No, that's not bad. I mean, shit beats the hell out of Blaze Blue, where you have to watch animes and all this stuff. So.
Mm-hmm. I didn't watch any animes with regards to Blaze Blue, but I did the story mode, if that's what you're referring to.
Yeah. No, I like to goof on them.
Blaze Blue is awesome. That's probably still my favorite fighting game series. I haven't played it in forever, so I don't remember any of the combos or anything. But no, Blaze Blue is awesome. It's one of the few fighting games that actually did single player content, like gave me something to do besides play arcade mode over and over and over again.
Ooh. Well, outside of Persona, what have you been playing?
So there's a game called Desktop Dungeons. I forget when it came out, but it's like really old game. I've been playing it for at least 10 years, probably longer.
Desktop Dungeons. Is this like a like tabletop RPG simulation type thing?
No, it's a roguelike puzzle game, I guess, is like the general way it's described. So it sort of pseudo randomly generates a dungeon, and you pick a race, a class, and you know what items you want to take into the dungeon with you, and then you've got to basically level up and kill the boss or bosses depending on which dungeon you're doing. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, but it's really hard. I've gotten pretty good at it, so I can do the hard difficulty dungeons pretty easily, but that's after me having played it for a decade. So if you're like just starting, you'll probably get like frustrated at how difficult the game is.
Is it a lot of like random stat generator type things, or?
No. So everything is completely deterministic except the layout of the dungeon. So if you mouse over any enemy, it'll tell you how much damage it will do, how many hit points it has. It'll even tell you, look, will you die if you attack this monster or not? Everything is completely mathematically calculable. You can be like, okay, I can kill this monster in 3 hits, so I will need to heal myself twice to be able to kill it. And then you can determine whether that's worthwhile or not. That kind of thing. So it's all very, very mathsy if you want it to be. But you can also just mouse over the enemy and just be like, oh, okay, I'll survive this if I hit it, and just do it that way.
Well, hold on. Now, Terry, is this a little glimpse into your mathematical intriguingness?
I do like maths. I won't deny that I like maths.
Okay. There you go.
You don't have to like get too mathsy with this game. It helps if you do, obviously, because like I said, you can figure things out mathematically, but you can also just eyeball it. And now that I've been playing long enough, I can just kind of tell whether it's a good idea to fight a monster or not. I'll be like, okay, I'll need to explore, a decent amount, but I can take this guy down. Because every time you explore, you heal, but so do the monsters.
Ooh.
So you've got to kind of figure out whether you can do more damage to them than you will heal by exploring. So it's all very sort of interconnected.
Oh, okay. Hold on. So this might feel out of left field, but before I do that, I gotta say, haha, yes, it is Monday. Usually it'd be Inquisitor hosting, but he is still working out his work schedule, so I am subbing for the evening. And I also want to say hello to the people in chat. Hello, Johnny Blaze, and hello, Assassin of the Grey. Thank you both for joining us this evening. But what you were saying, Terry, kind of brings me up to what I was watching. I started watching, I don't know if you're familiar with the group of gamers, but it's called The Gamers. Particularly a video, The Gamers Darkness Rising. And I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm like, I kind of want to get into D&D. And then I was watching a bunch of history on D&D, and what you were telling me, does this fall in line with that type of, like, mathematical, is this where they garner it from, or is it
I don't know the group that you're referring to, but I don't think this game is well known enough that they would have based anything on it. I only found it because a friend mentioned it to me. Like, if I hadn't been made aware of it through that, I probably never would have heard of this game. So I don't think it's big enough for people to be like, oh, we based our channel on this thing.
No, I was only saying that because it reminded me of the way that they kind of figured out how attacks and movements were working, and like I said, as I was thinking, it seems like a mathematician or mathematist type of thing, where somebody in.
It's not. You can use maths to make your life easier, but it does go a long way to help you. Like, if you mouse over the enemy, the opponent's life bar will be segmented to show you, like, each hit is going to do this much damage. So you can, like, at a glance say, okay, this takes 3 hits to kill, kind of thing. You don't have to sit there and calculate it, but if you want to get, a bit more intricate and say, okay, but if I use a fireball and then hit it and then drink a potion, like, that's when you kind of benefit from sitting down and working it all out.
I totally get what you're saying. I had just, because I hooked up my Wii U recently, and I was trying to save what I could in terms of downloaded games before the shop closes, and one of the games that I got right off the bat because I wanted to be able to play it was Advance Wars, and I think Advance Wars is very cut and dry with that. I think that's where I'm kind of falling through, because there is, like, if a medium tank meets this other unit and they're on this terrain, it's always going to be this number hit.
Right, yes.
There's no... I mean, outside of, like, oh shit, there's rain or somebody has a special going on, or, like, special power, but it's always going to be this outcome because it's
Yes, that's
solid
the same
numbers.
with this.
Yeah, I like that. I prefer that
Yeah.
because you can fucking figure out
There's-
what's going on.
Yeah, so you've got like the amount of damage that you do, and that is constant. Like every time you level up, it increases, and like there's ways you can raise it, but it'll show you on the screen. You do, 46 damage every time you hit, and so it's not a range. It'll be 46 every single time until you do something to increase it. So that lets you have that consistency rather than hoping that you roll a lucky damage roll.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's the thing that gets me with the whole you got to make sure you roll a certain number. It's like ugh.
Yeah, I'm glad this game doesn't do that because I like, okay, you do X damage every time. I like that.
Yeah, nice consistency is pretty nice. I would say the Shining Force games, or Shining Force and In the Darkness or Holy Ark type stuff, they do have that consistency. I think.
Oh, good.
I think Dragon Warrior too. Now I think about a lot of Japanese RPGs work around that.
It's I haven't played Shining Force or Advance Wars, so I'll add them to the list. It is a very big list.
Yo, yeah. What's your backlog looking like?
Well, I've got. Let me see. I'll go into my Steam profile. I've got 2,154 games owned, and last time I checked, I'd played.
Hold on, wait. 2,000. Wait,
2154.
2154. Wow.
And last time I checked, I'd played about 650, 700 of them. So there's like a lot of backlog. There's like 1,400 games in the backlog.
Good God. Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. So now we're at a whole next level of dude, you got over 2,000 fucking wow.
Yeah. A big part of it is like bundle sites, Humble Bundle, things like that. It's actually cheaper to buy 10 games and only one of them is good. It's cheaper to buy the entire bundle than to buy the one good game on its own.
Well,
So-
no, I'm not even. It's not even that, because like I'm even thinking like, you're talking PC games, so
Yeah.
I would clump in there like oh yeah, you have Duke Nukem 1 and Duke Nukem 2 and then Duke Nukem 3D. You also have all those like really old DOS games and shit. Like that's understandable. I would like to see if we can get a graph, like a disk fragment of what type of games there is. Like the strategy games, the shooting games, the platforming games. That'd be interesting to see.
That would be
Over
interesting.
2,000. Shit, man.
Yeah. It's easy to rack up games. It's I've been on Steam for 10 years now, so
Yeah, it's deep.
they build up. I mean, every time they have a sale, you buy a handful of games, and before you know it, you've got 2,154 games.
Yeah. Yeah, before you know it. Just a blink of the eye.
It sneaks up on you.
Yeah. I mean, no, I forgot that I had a bunch of Sega games on my Steam list because I picked them up when they were on sale. So it was like, oh shit, Crazy Taxi. Yeah, I'll pick that up for $1. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't
Knights? Yeah, why wouldn't I? And then I looked at it and was like, oh yeah. Oh shit, I should play it. Johnny Blaze only has $1.20 games on his PS4. Oh, dude, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm only counting Steam games. If you go Epic and GOG and
I forgot
EA
about that.
Origin and Ubisoft Uplay. If you count all of that stuff, it's going to be slightly higher, but the majority of my games are on Steam, so that's what I'm using as my counter.
There was first off, I forgot about all those. The second off, I think it was in the recent news. I think it was Ubisoft saying that you wouldn't be able to play Assassin's Creed something or other.
Yeah.
After a
I
certain
looked
point.
into that.
What the
It's
fuck?
not as bad as people were making out. The game is still playable. You're not going to be able to buy it, but if you've already bought it, you'll still be able to download it, still be able to play it. You just won't have any online functionality, and you won't have access to any DLC.
So it's kind of like how
So-
Steam does it, where if you
Yeah, well,
have
that's
it,
what they're saying.
you just download it.
So I'm a bit worried that you won't have access to DLC because if people paid for that DLC, then I'm still pretty irked that they're just removing access to it. But if it was free DLC, then I don't care. I have no idea which way they went with it. But
That's one of my major complaints with it. It's like you're being able to download it, and the fact that they're pricing it the same as a physical copy should have right
Yes.
away told you there's gonna be a catch somewhere, and the catch is at the end of the day when their servers and they don't want to pay for the servers to stay up.
Yep.
You're fucked. You have
Oh,
to
yeah.
make backups of backups of backups. Period. That's the
Yeah.
catch.
One thing I do like about Steam is that even if they remove a game from the shop, if you've bought it, you can always download it. I mean, of course, eventually Steam will die and go away, but hopefully that'll be long, long in the future. So,
And we'll be playing Fallout. Ah, damn it, Adam. You deserve a smack in the face for that one.
my dad bought a cricket game on his account, like back when he's still alive, obviously. And then they almost immediately got so many complaints about the game that they removed it from the store. If I went onto his account, I could still download that cricket game because he paid for it and it's his. I do like that Steam actually still lets you download games even if you can't buy them anymore.
And I understand that idea, but at the same end, it's like, but you're not purchasing a physical copy. You're purchasing a digital copy. So with that,
Yes.
that has the caveat of you have to purchase it from somewhere, and that's going to be from a server, and eventually they're going to not want to pay for that shit. You're going to have to, figure out what you're going to do. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, look, put it this way: if Steam went out of business tomorrow, I would lose access to all those games. There's just no way around it.
Oh my god. Could you imagine if Steam was like, hey, we're closing down our servers in the next 2 days? Could you imagine the lag?
Oh yeah, everyone would be
Everybody
downloading
like,
everything.
oh god. No. How's it going in
It's,
chat? We got WR
Costin
Costin
and Sora have shown up.
and Sora. And Costin, you know what? How can you address who's evil if you are dealing with both Adam and Terry combined? We got VeggiMight.
Well, VeggiMight can't be evil because it's delicious.
And we're also the not the defenders, the defeaters of evil. Wait, we need a better slogan. We got to work on our slogan, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I do think it's a problem that all those games could disappear tomorrow if Steam decided they didn't want to run their servers anymore. But at the same time, I think Steam is financially stable enough that they're not going to go out of business anytime soon. So it's a problem, but I don't think it's a major one yet.
I think it's one of those things where buyer beware. Like, look, if you're spending the money on it, at least have the acknowledgement of what you're purchasing. You're not purchasing a physical copy. You're purchasing a digital copy. A copy.
Yes.
But just remember that's digital code. So just fucking back it up. And make sure you back it up twice. Jesus saves twice. I don't know if I think Lazarus was just one guy, but maybe Lazarus died again and Jesus was like, come on, dude. Come on, man.
Yeah, I think if that happened, if like Steam decided that they were turning off their servers, I would be downloading everything onto my PC that I could.
Look, I just have the image of shit, what's his name? The dude from okay, you know what, the whole meme just went out the block because I can't remember names. But yes, definitely look, if you're gonna go the digital route, if you have the opportunity to back it up. Otherwise, it's on you.
Yeah.
There's nobody else to blame but you. They gave you fail saves, and then you can't expect the server to last 8 years down the line, and then all of a sudden, well, but what if I want to go and download the game when I want? Well, that's not your problem. You're not paying for them to keep the server up, so
Yeah.
fuck. All right, they stopped making that Twinkie 20 years ago. What the fuck do you want?
I have considered getting like some massive like storage thing and like just downloading all of the games onto it, but that'd be expensive. That'd be like
Oh shit! You know what?
petabytes.
Hold on, I heard Hammer has this whole like super big network built up where he's like stashing a whole bunch of videos and stuff. I think we should talk to him and we could start like stashing all of our Steam games on. Oh my god!
I've spoken to him before. I forget what the machine, the device that he recommended was called. But I could ask him again.
He probably works at CERN or some shit.
But it was.
Oh
it was
shit!
a good idea. Like,
did you hear about that? Can I at least like? I know we said we weren't going to talk about news, but did you at least hear that the CERN opened up? Can I toss a tinfoil hat bit?
I have no idea what happened. What's going on?
Okay, so I think it was July 5th or July 6th. They opened up CERN, the giant particle combiner type thing. Man, it's out in Switzerland. They opened it up again, the first time in a long while. And a lot of people were saying this is when there was like a lot of weird weather going on. People were saying they were seeing portals. But the next Mandela effect was Chick-fil-A didn't have a K in it.
Oh god.
It was CHIC dash fillet or whatever. And now there's a K there. So people are like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, I've never been to or even seen a Chick-fil-A in real life, so I just assumed it had a K in it.
I was gonna say I don't know if they. I don't think they have them out in Australia.
As far as I'm aware, they do not.
Yeah, I think it's got to be like a uber fucking localized thing in the U.S. But
Look, if they open in a part of New South Wales that's accessible for delivery, I'll give them a try. But I'm not expecting that anytime soon.
I'd give them a try. I've never tried them. There's some around me, and they say that apparently the fries are really good, like waffle fries or something. I like me a nice waffle fry, but
Okay.
I wouldn't mind
I
trying.
generally don't like fries all that much.
What?
I mean, if they come with a burger, then I'll eat them. But it's like not a big deal. Like they're like the least important part of the hamburger meal. Don't care if they're like don't even give me any.
Terry, you understand that the first time we're meeting up, we're having a giant feast of everything, man. It's gonna be grand.
I'm all for it. I mean, I said if I went to America, the food would be like one of the things I'd be going for. Is like I want to try all the different things that people talk about, but I've never actually tried.
Well, the drinking stuff that's Sanguine, and stay away from his box of booze or box of drinks or whatever the fuck.
I don't drink, so I wouldn't be going near it anyway.
Yeah, well, that's one of those things where he's like, I got dragon's brew. It's like, whoa, you don't want to stay away from that stuff.
Yeah.
But he is an excellent chef, so I would say anything he's cooking, I would go with that. We got some chat. PlayStation got rid of the movie business. I mean, I guess we can keep it. Watch all the movies online and offline. Fucking PlayStation. That is true. I think with PlayStation 2, that's when they started with it. You know? And W.R. Costin says, I imagine VeggiMight to be evil. What? How can that be evil? It's so tasty. Since all of Australia is a creation of my imagination, it is evil. Should I acquire Veggie? Costin.
Yes, you should.
It's all your imagination? Are you sure? Oh, no. I don't know. I think the combined power of the Veggie and Terry, I think we can do this. What do I want? VeggiMight!
It's I mean, if you get a chance, I think VeggiMight is good. Cannibalistic Wizard apparently disagrees. He described it in rather unflattering terms, but I grew up eating the stuff, so I acquired the taste for it. I like it.
I'd give it a shot.
Yeah. And make sure it's VeggiMight and not Marmite, because they are different.
Ooh. You know what? It reminds me of there's a thing called Calorie Mate.
Okay.
And I think it's a Japanese, I think it's a protein, it's supposed to be a protein bar. But the funny thing is, there's a item from Phantasy Star, from old Genesis games, that's called like Manomite, and it's kind of based off of that. And it's there's a Japanese market that's out here that I used to work at a long time ago, and they used to have these things, and I don't know, I just like goofing off and like, yeah, I'm getting Calorie Mite, getting some health HP.
As an Australian, I'm offended by their cultural appropriation of the word mate.
Yeah, it was MATE. So yeah, Calorie Mate. I don't know if they pronounce it like that, but yeah. Yeah, but it's good though. I mean, it's really dry. It's like chalk, but I guess it gave you powder or protein or some shit.
See, Surya is a fan of Marmite. I think, if you like Marmite, you'll probably like VeggiMight too. They're pretty similar from what I've heard, but Yeah. VeggiMight is the Aussie one, so that's the one
Hold on,
I'm
what's
advocating for.
Marmite? Is
I think
Marmite the
Marmite is
Canadian
basically the same.
Vegemite?
I think Marmite is basically the same idea, where it's like the yeast extract, but I think it's got just a different recipe, so it tastes a bit different.
Oh no. You know, that's funny because instead of Calorie Might. Okay, so in Fantasy Star, there was Monomite, and then the double boost of it was Dimite, right? You know, and obviously Trimite for triple. So Miramite is like the sequel for Vegemite. It's Vegemite, and then you got Marmite. Wait, hold on. See, UK. Oh man, the Brits. They just had to step in, didn't they? So it's not even a Canuck thing.
My thing of Vegemite has yeast extract written on it, so that's probably the primary ingredient. As Sora mentions, yes, it is very salty.
I don't know why though, but Marmite, it sounds like it should be like a sweet, like a berry type of like a spread. That's a deceiving. Why would they do that?
I don't know why they change these things. I know in England, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
Oh yeah, yeah, because you couldn't have.
And that threw me off because the theme song is very clearly overdubbed and very badly overdubbed. It was like Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
They really did it that bad? I'm gonna have to look for a video from that.
And it is like so funny because I was an adult and like I went to England and I was watching TV and it's like, oh, Ninja Turtles are on, and then the Hero Turtles. I was like, oh, this just sounds so wrong.
No, it's the same thing with the fucking game. I was sitting there, it's like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's like, dude, come on, we all noticed. We noticed.
Yeah.
The heroes.
That game is also on my backlog. The Shredder's Revenge. It just came out. I do want to play that as well.
Well, if you get it, then we can play it with. Well, you'd probably get on. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can.
It's probably going to be a while before I get it. There's just other things I want to play as well. After Persona 4, I'm going to be playing Arkham Knight. Like, I'm only now going to get to Arkham Knight. That's how far back I am.
Hold on.
When did that game come out? Like, years ago. It was 2015.
Hey.
Hello there.
Well,
Hello.
thank you, whoever was
would be
able to
Lisa.
do that, because I was.
Yeah, so Arkham Knight was 2015, and I'm only just going to get to it when I finish Persona 4. So I'm a bit behind, is what I'm saying.
How's it going, Lisa?
Yeah, not too bad. I wasn't actually expecting the stream to start until top of the hour.
Oh yeah, well, I'm really bad with time, so that's why I have 4 kids. So. But how are you doing this evening?
Not too bad. My injured right knee is sort of slowly getting better. I think by the end of the week I may be able to get down gym again.
Oh, very nice. Very nice indeed. I think... yeah. But I apologize, Terry. I missed out the last chunk of what you were saying. I was trying to get everything...
Oh, I was just saying that I'm behind on my games because Arkham Knight came out in 2015 and I'm only just going to get to it now.
Shit. Well, I got a lot of old games to play, but they're old games that probably shouldn't have to be played. You know?
And,
Probably didn't have to...
Johnny Blaze is saying the tank missions get in the way in Arkham Knight. I've heard that when it first came out, everyone was complaining about the Batmobile sections. So we'll see how it goes. If I get pissed off, I'll just stop and play something else.
Man, the Arkham Knight.
Yeah, I've been spending some time debugging Skyrim mods.
I've never played Skyrim.
Trouble is, when you've got nearly 800 mods, it takes a while to iron out the conflicts.
I'll bet.
I really like
I played Morrowind, I played Oblivion. I didn't like either, so I figured I'm not going to get Skyrim.
Oh shit! So you've even played the earlier stuff. So I've only heard of Skyrim. I mean, I know the other two are part of it, but I've played Skyrim like maybe a half hour in, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna play this game. But shit, yeah, damn. So you're at least familiar with the lore.
Insofar as what's in Skyrim, I haven't actually played any of the prior games.
Oh.
I mean, obviously I don't like them, so I'm going to say don't bother. But if you like Skyrim, maybe you'll like Morrowind and Oblivion too.
Although, it does seem like I spend more time installing and debugging mods than I actually spend playing the game itself.
Well, if you're playing mods, probably, yeah, debugging all that. Is the mods worth it though? I mean, I would think so.
Yeah, a lot of them are texture mods to improve the look of the game. There's some sort of gameplay mods, overhaul mods for the various towns and cities, extra sort of like zones, dungeons and stuff, weapons, spells, all that jazz.
I've never been a fan of mods. I don't know. I think the game is what it is, and if I went around installing mods, I've already got 2,000 games. If I tried to modify them all and to play with all the mods, I'd have even more on my plate. So I was just like, no, game is what it is. I'll play it, and if I don't like it, I'll just abandon it rather than seek out modifications.
Oh my goodness. This is the greatest means to be able to work into what I had wanted to talk about.
Oh, yes.
And that is how you play your games, you know? Are you someone who absolutely finds a need to have to modify it? Or are you okay with how it's supposed to be, I guess, how the creator intended it, right? Like they made the game.
Yeah.
And I'm not even gonna get into like they made the game, but they were also running on a deadline, and so there was shit that they couldn't put into it that they wanted to, but you know, but how do you both feel about that? Because I mean, for a quick bit, personally,
I don't use mods. The closest I've come was there's a program called Cheat Engine which I used so I could do CPU battles in BlazBlue, because it doesn't let you do that normally. So I found a program that would let me have the computer fight itself. Other than that, I don't use mods.
Well, I mean, mods could be a bit from, like changing characters to like aim bots and shit, right? I would think.
Yeah, there's the kind of mods I do is it depends on the game and what's available. But in the case of Skyrim, I've played it a lot over the years, and it helps adding replay value to it. And when the sort of graphics are starting to get a bit past it, it's nice to be able to put in better graphics.
Yeah, see, like, there's, like, in terms of mods, I kind of look at it like there's the drastic mods where it's like they're altering the game, to be a whole different thing, and then there's another one where they're just upgrading it, fixing things, or making it to be a different.
My thing is always like, I've never had a game where I liked it so much that I wanted to keep playing it after I'd done everything in it. Like, I've never felt the need for mods, because like when I finish the base game, I'm like, okay, I'm done with it. I'm gonna play something else now. I've never felt like, oh man, if only I could, redo the textures and add an extra mission. I'm like, nah, I finished the game. I'm onto something else.
Oh, dude. Okay,
Yeah,
so I get it.
Yeah, I tend to go through phases of getting stuck on a game. Well, not actually stuck, but I just sort of like glom onto a game, and I tend to just sort of play it and mess about with it until I burn myself out, and then I glom onto something else.
I'm very much play to finish the game and then move on.
Hold on, Terry. So, what have you played real-time strategy games like Warcraft 2 or StarCraft?
Yeah.
So, would you consider maps in StarCraft as a term of like a mod? Because I'm thinking, even after I've played StarCraft, one of the fun things was going on and downloading some custom maps where you're, it's like, what's it called? Starship Troopers type thing, where you're, all the soldiers and you're shooting off all the Zerglings.
I honestly wouldn't bother. Like, downloading extra maps. Like I said, like, the game is what it is. Once I've finished it, but bearing in mind, I don't do multiplayer unless it's like,
oh yeah, that's true,
one of my friends really, really wants me to. Like, I play for the single player, I finish the game, and then I move on. So downloading extra maps doesn't really have a lot of value to me.
That's an interesting take. Not gonna fault you on it or anything,
No, I mean, some people like mods. I've just never really gotten any value from the concept, because I just move on. I've got, like I said earlier, I've got 2,000 games. It's not like I'm stuck for things to do. If I finish this game, a different one.
Well, I think more often than not, I tend to mod open world RP action sort of games like Skyrim, the Fallouts, and so on.
I don't really like open worlds that much. I definitely prefer, like, in those open world games, I just stick to the missions. Like, I don't do the thing where apparently people play GTA and just random mayhem. Like, that has no value towards finishing the game, so I don't bother with it. It's like, I want to do the missions, finish the game, and then see the ending. That is what I'm playing for.
Damn. Yeah, no, I'm kind of half with that because if I've played a game, chances are I'm not going to want to play it again only because I've already played it. You know, it's like I've already gone. Okay. But here's the double-edged sword of it, because I've played through Chrono Trigger. I love Chrono Trigger. It's probably the top tier favorite game for me. You know, slightly under that is Shining the Holy Ark. Let's be clear. But Chrono Trigger, top tier. And as oft I've played it through it multiple times because there's multiple endings. But even though I've played through it, I don't have to play it. But if given the opportunity, I would love to enjoy an evening playing through some Chrono Trigger. So it's one of those things where it's I think I get you halfway, Terry.
I'll say, like, I would go back and play Chrono Trigger out of nostalgia. Mods would interfere with the nostalgia because I want it to be the game that I remembered playing 20 years ago, not some new thing.
Oh, so... no. I would say with mods, because I would consider the anime intros that the I can't believe I said, the PlayStation fucking copy, PSX, who the fuck says PSX? The PlayStation copy of it, the remaster of it, that had the animated copies, they're fucking Adam. Come on, there you go, thank you. I would not consider it's a mod, but I would not consider it a mod. Also, I think they also had like quicker load times for battles or something like that, or something. But yeah, I wouldn't
there's
consider
a difference between
those
a mod and an official re-release.
Well, that's what I mean. Is with some mods, they're not always, you know, so drastic that it's altering to the game, but sometimes they work for benefit. You know, say you're playing Final Fantasy. Yeah, well, nothing wrong with that, and I applaud you, because purists, when they give a nice showing of their video, it's fucking awesome. You know, it's like, holy shit, that's what you can do. you can play through the game like that, and it goes right with as somebody who, you know, I'd like to craft these games. It would be nice to see somebody who is able to play through a game, something that I would have made, without any mods. So, like I said, I meet you midway through, sir.
I will admit that I don't often actually finish games. I've got so many games, and relatively small percentage of them I've actually completed.
I mean, sometimes a game is just bad, so I stop playing it. But the goal when I start playing a game is to finish it. If it's bad, then I'll stop. But as long as it's at least decent, I'll stick it out to the end.
Yeah, I think I'll just tend to play it so much that I just begin to lose interest, and my attention gets diverted by the next shiny thing in the game sphere, and I move on to that, and I completely forget about completing the previous one.
I used to be like that, and I actually started a thing where I will only allow myself to play one main game at a time, because otherwise one of them is going to get neglected. Like, if I was trying to play Batman and Persona at the same time, one or the other would be neglected, whichever one that ended up being. No, I'm going to finish Persona, then I'm going to play Arkham Knight. Because if I tried to play them both, it wouldn't work.
I've not actually played the Persona games.
There's issues, but overall, they're Persona 4, which is the only one I've played. I like it. I'm not going to bother with New Game Plus because it's good, but it goes on for too long. So a second playthrough immediately afterwards does not sound appealing. But my first playthrough was enjoyable. I had fun.
Damn. Yeah.
It's,
Persona 5 or Persona, I've never played through. But what did you say before that? Oh shit! It was.
My issue with Persona 4 at least is there's too much downtime, where like something will happen, and then you'll just have a whole bunch of days where it's basically nothing but kind of like a dating sim where you just pick like your action for the day and like your stats go up a bit, and then that part is too long. There's like too much of that between actual events.
Eek.
So that is my biggest issue with the game.
Yeah, the dating sim reminds me of Fire Emblem and why I kind of stray away from that type of stuff. I don't know why, but I have an avarice for like deepy story type stuff. But I was gonna say I did like Lisa brought up about being able to like you have games but you're just not playing them, right? You're not. Or shit, did we lose Lisa?
No, I'm still here.
Because I was thinking a lot of times that's where I fall in, where it's like I want to play a game, but it's not something that pops into mind. Although recently, since I hooked up my Wii U, I was playing Injustice, and that fucking story has me coming back for more. So I gotta say, sometimes it's if the game is made right, it'll draw you in, and if it draws you in, I think it's a good game.
and then you. Sorry, go on, Ken.
I did really like the story in Injustice. That was one of the few fighting games, and because it was like based on a comic, that actually had a good story.
Yeah, and then you have games that are made by Bethesda that need a certain amount of modding to actually correct the typical Bethesda flaws.
Would you say that's a well? I was gonna say, would you say that's a PC thing? Because that game came out on all the systems, and the PC as well. I think modding for that game would be just a well, no, because couldn't you mod it for the Xbox? I think.
No.
I think modding is certainly bigger on the PC because you're limited on what you can do on the console, and some of the companies like Sony really limit what you can mod and how you can mod on them. So you've typically got more free reign on the PC platform.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, the only reason, like, I played Fallout 3 and I enjoyed it, so I thought, okay, I'll give other Bethesda games a try. And that's why I tried Morrowind and Oblivion, and they both were not for me at all. So I was like, okay, I'm done with that. They had one good game, and I'm going to stop now.
Yeah, I wasn't too big on Bethesda games. I mean, hey, big props to them. You know, they do good work. Same thing with like Rockstar. You know, I know like people like our good pal Monkey. Let me do a little advertisement. Go check out Ranting Monkey. Also, since we're doing it, let's go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. And make sure you go ahead and tune into our channel and check everybody out. Blah 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 blah.
Red Dead Redemption is a game I fully expected to like and then just didn't.
Which one?
Because I was expecting GTA on horseback,
Oh yeah,
and I kind of got that, and it just didn't work for me. So something about it just didn't click with me.
it looks
Yeah,
really
I've not
nice.
actually tried the Red Deads.
I played the first Red Dead Redemption, so I think that's the middle game. So I didn't play Red Dead Revolver, and I haven't played Red Dead Redemption 2. It was like the first Red Dead Redemption is the one I played.
I admit I would like them to bring back Bully and do a new edition.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of call for Bully to come back.
That was actually genuinely fun.
I think I spent more time playing Liar's Dice than anything else in Red Dead Redemption, which is not a very good ad for the game. It's like one of the mini games is more fun than the actual thing.
Well,
Yeah.
what's that card game from Final Fantasy VIII?
Triple Triad?
Well, the fact that you had a name, I think, speaks volumes. I couldn't even
I'm
remember.
pretty sure Triple Triad was 8, because I know there was another card game in 9.
Oh yeah, they
I
did
don't
have
remember what
another
that one was
one.
called.
Yeah. Oh shit. Well, see, there you go. They're trying this bullfuckery. At least it isn't Pachinko, Konami, and who's the other one who does the money game shit? Namco. Is it Namco? No, it's not Namco. Probably is. All these,
I can't remember.
you know how they do. But yeah, no, it's the game field is getting to a point where I think it's gonna bust, much like the comic field and animation field. So, and damn it, and that's a good thing. Have any of you seen Young Rippa's new comic stuff that he's?
It doesn't sound familiar.
I haven't watched him in a long time. I used to watch him a lot, but somewhere along the way I just kind of fell off from him. So I'm not up to date with what he's been doing.
I just saw that he announced either earlier today or yesterday his line of comics and a couple of characters, and they look interesting. Cool. You know, I have my disagreements with him with some of the stuff that he says, but I have to applaud new up and coming publishers and artists and creators. Yeah, damn it. But yeah, no, that's exactly what needs to be done. We need to be able to go out there and start our own shit, because obviously the people who have been doing this stuff, they're fucking up with it. So we're gonna have to take reins at some point. And,
Well, I mean, I've basically stopped playing like AAA, as they refer to them, games, because they're all the same. Like Ubisoft saying that they're taking one particular Assassin's Creed off the store is like, okay, just play any of the 15 others. Like, they're the same game. What do you care? Get one of them.
It's true. I mean, but still, that at the same end is like, it's another knock on a different wall of the city. You know, it's on one end there's a whole bunch of Assassin's Creeds, but then on this other end it's, oh, and at the same end we can take the game away from you, so you're not able to play it. And well,
Yeah. No, I don't think they should. I mean, as I said earlier, they're not actually taking the game away.
I know,
all they're
but
doing is turning off the online support.
it's looking like that's what they're aiming towards. What's the other one? I think what Sega did it with Sonic, where they took all the games off of Steam before Origins came out. So I mean, it's one of those things where they're looking to do that. And like I said before, it's the agreement of you're getting it digitally, and you know, you don't have to have a physical copy, all that blah blah blah. But at the same end, when you start limiting that and you start, you know, creating bottlenecks, that's where I have an issue. You know, it's like, why even
Well,
disturb
Rockstar
that?
did the same thing with Grand Theft Auto.
Oh,
You can't
yeah.
buy the original Vice City, San Andreas, or GTA 3 on Steam anymore. You can only buy the remakes.
Didn't they do that when the trilogy came out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want, like, if you already bought them, like I did, then you can still download them. But if you don't own them, the only copies on Steam would be the new ones, which
I hear the remakes are pretty bad.
yes, they are. I watched the next 6 minutes play through them on stream, and I prefer the originals. And yeah, Sora Luna's saying the same thing in chat. I just saw that. Yeah, Sora and I are on the same wavelength. Yeah, I don't like that they did that, but I mean, as long as the people who paid for the original games can still get them and download them, I don't have too much of a problem. But I think it would have been better if they left the old ones up.
Yeah, I think. I mean, at least access to them. But at the same end, like I said before, you know, that's, I guess, the catch-22 for it. You know, you got to make sure you back up your shit. Ugh.
Oh yeah, I mean, or do what I do, just play through the games, and then it doesn't matter if they go away. It's like if I lose access to, let's pick a game. 12 is better than 6. If I lose access to this game, I will never miss it.
What? Okay, but at the opposite end, if I sat there and had to reboot my 3DS, and I want to play Kid Icarus Uprising, and I lose access because the server's down, I'm out a really good game. Even though I beat it, it's been a while since I beat it. There's a lot of the story that, you know, I forgot. And there's a lot of the gameplay that I forgot, so I'd be missing out on being able to go and experience that that game, even though I bought it already. You know, I mean, I bought the physical copy, but I bought the digital copy as well because fuck that.
Yeah, no, I do think emulation is a wonderful thing, and so but like. If you feel aggrieved that you
Terry,
can't get
are we gonna have to add an eye patch to your foot there?
if you feel aggrieved that the original trilogy of GTA is missing off Steam, there are other means by which you can play them, and I think that's good.
Yar!
No, I get you, and you know, and I'm not saying I can approve of it, but I'm not saying that I condone it. You know, as there are open waters out there that we can't. You know,
I will say if the game is no longer being sold, then I have no problem with piracy. If there is no legitimate means to buy the game, then what? Who's missing out if you download a copy?
Well, that's the thing too. Again, like before when I was saying, as somebody who makes the games in terms of mods, I would want the people to play the game as I made it, but I understand the modification community. This is also the same thing. If I made the game and it's no longer in production, and obviously the console's not in production, and obviously, you know, if a cartridge or disc were to be made, I'm not going to see a cent of it based on my influence on it or work on it. Yeah, I would also be like, yeah, that's I would like, hey, you know what? Right now, if you look up VMU, Mega Man The Power Battles, I made that game. I didn't make Mega Man.
No.
But I coded a game for the VMU called the VMU Fighter or some shit, where it's like a rock paper scissors type game that you can download for your VMU.
Cool.
I crafted that a long time ago. I'm not looking for compensation. I just if you find it and you download it and you have a good time with it, that's awesome. That's the 100%. As a creator, that's what I want. I want you to be entertained with it. That's the greatest thing ever. You know?
Yeah, I don't know why, but you just reminded me of a game called I Want to Be the Guy. I don't know if either of you have played it.
What is...
It does sound familiar.
Oh, no.
It's one of those like ridiculously hard platform games. But this guy took like sprites from like famous NES and Super NES games. So like one of the boss fights is Mike Tyson, and it's like the Mike Tyson's Punch Out sprite. And then you know, like one of the fights is Birdo, is like Zangief from Street Fighter is a boss, and you know, there's a Castlevania themed level. And so like this is completely free. He's not making any money off it. But someone stole the game and uploaded it to Steam Greenlight.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
No, but the guy found out and he's like, if you want to get sued by Nintendo, Konami, Capcom, and he just listed all the companies, he's like, feel free to publish this game, I won't stop you.
Yeah, right? They have stronger lawyers than I.
Yeah, like the guy who made it is just like, look, I'm not going to stop you. If you want to upload this game and like sell it, have fun in court.
Hey, don't even get me started with the reign of Mega Man indie clones that was out there, where it was like you took Mega Man sprite and then you just altered him to be a different character, and it was like, yeah, this is my new game. Get the fuck out of here. At least mine was just Mega Man fighting the Robot Masters, but you have to...
If you're not charging money for it, then there's really no problem with using like someone else's sprites and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It falls under fan art at that point. If you not making any money from it, I think it counts as a fan project.
Well, I mean, and there was this one part where, you know, Mega Man and Bubble Man kind of embraced in a longing embrace. Wait,
That's actually why I got annoyed at Game Freak, because they shut down a Pokemon fan game. Like, why? For what purpose do you shut down a fan game? They weren't selling it. They weren't, you know, making any money or trying to rip anyone off. It's just an expression of love towards Pokemon. And Game Freak's like, nope, we can't have you doing that.
I think it's a thing with their copyright system, that if they don't actively enforce their copyright, they can lose it. So it's kind of a case of they had to.
Yeah, but surely they could say, we'll sell you the license to use these sprites for $1.
Well, they might have gone with like with how Disney went about with daycares and Mickey Mouse and all that, where it was like they just have this like weird lawyer linguistic attribute towards it.
Lisa's right. They do have to protect their copyright, but surely there's options that you go like, okay, legally we have to do something here, so we will sell you a license to use our content for $1. That way, they've legally challenged and upheld their copyright, but you're still able to continue with your game.
Well, shit.
Like,
in
shutting
terms of a
the whole thing down
fanfic, I would
is
say
excessive.
they shouldn't even have to do that because it's a fanfic. Why?
No,
we're not
agree,
making a
but I'm
buck
saying-
off of it. Why should we pay you $1 when we're not making?
No,
a
I agree. I agree. I'm just saying that if the law says you have to protect the copyright, that would be a way to protect the copyright without being dickbags about it.
Yeah. But
and then you've got the things like the whole concept of abandonware, and where someone archives a game that's long out of production, and even the IP isn't used anymore, and the companies will still come and stomp down on the little person. What's the point? What are you getting out of this? You don't sell it. The console is long out of production ad infinitum.
forget. I think it was oldgames.com, something like that. It's just full of abandonware. There's also Abandonia. So yeah, if you don't mind old, like abandonware games, there's a ton of free stuff out there if you want to play it.
Well, I mean, isn't that what like GOG is?
No, you have to pay for GOG.
Oh, okay.
Like,
What's the
GOG
other
doesn't
one?
give the games away. they sell them.
Wasn't there another one where it's like old DOS games that that are freeware?
Like I said, oldgames.com and Abandonia both have free abandonware for you to download. That's where I got a Psychic Detective from, because I remember playing that on the PlayStation 1, and like I couldn't find it anywhere. Like, oh well, here's the abandonware copy.
See, I think we need more of that, especially with a lot of titles that you may have a difficult time finding. Two come to mind, personally. Battlefield Vietnam is a difficult game to find, and Emperor Battle for Dune is a difficult game to find. So I would say yes, I am all for. Again, it goes right back to, if I were to have made a game, and we fast forward 20 years from now, I would want that game to at least be able to be played by people, because that was the sole point of crafting the fucking thing. It's like that. The whole point of making the game, the whole, getting it to the masses, is so that people can enjoy it. If they don't enjoy it and nobody wants to play it, that's one thing. But they enjoy it and they want to play it, but there's no means. That's where the issue is, and that's where I was like, come on, you fucking people shouldn't be looking for monetary value for it,
That's why I think Null DC Bear is like amazing, because it's the only emulator I found that actually provides you with the ROMs. Like, you can just go to the free DLC tab in the program, and it'll just be like, here's an archive.org link of every Super Nintendo, PlayStation, whatever game. Just download what you want.
Yeah, and I think the current consoles are trying to do something similar, but in terms of like a pay for play type of thing. If you want it, you're gonna have to pay, and then once the service is done, you don't get it anymore. And again, that's like, Netflix is cool, but I enjoy having a nice DVD, Blu-ray, VHS collection, however you wanna paint it.
Yeah, as convenient as the move to digital is, there are definitely things that have been lost in the transition.
God damn it! Damn it! Oh no. Yeah, no, yeah, I hear you. My Laserdisc collection just went out the window.
Yeah, I'm watching the YouTube feed. It's like, okay, now I know why you were annoyed. I just saw it.
Yeah, but I think I don't know. There's got to be a better fix for it. And it's even more disturbing when you see like Diablo making millions with their what's it, Diablo Immortal, right?
Oh, that thing, yeah.
And it's like, I thought when they announced it, everybody goofed on it. And then they even were like, hey, I thought everybody had phones, and everyone was like, haha, look at look at Blizzard. They're so out of touch. But they're able to make that much? Where was the disconnect then?
Yeah, don't you own phones?
Yeah, don't you people have phones?
I guess they did. I guess they did, and they still downloaded the stupid ass game.
Well, I think you've got to remember the people that were at that Blizzard conference and the people who bought the game are very different groups of people.
Well, yeah, that is true.
Like, if you're a diehard Diablo fan, you probably didn't bother with Diablo Immortal on the phone. But if you're just a casual who's like scrolling through the iTunes store, it's like, oh, hey, look, I'll give this a try.
Hold on. Let me address this because I was gonna type it, but it'd probably take a little bit longer. You know what? How do you go from a plumber in Brooklyn to a doctor when you see his medical degree? And then you pilling awful.
I think they're different people because I played Smash Brothers Melee. Dr. Mario and Mario are separate characters.
Listen, as far as I know, Dr. Lou Albano or Captain Lou Albano is a very versatile character. Not only could he be a wrestler, he could be a plumber, and he could be a doctor. And let me tell you something. If you do drugs, you'll go to hell before you die.
It's a mini Dr. Fauci.
Oh, shit.
Doctor or regular Mario, referee Mario is the real one. He reffed like a champ in Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Oh yeah, Punch Out. Alright, I'm gonna give it one more go. And then we'll see if Mario goes to Oh no. I didn't think my pilling was gonna be so abrasive.
Oh, just feel better.
It looks like he's going by the Dr. Fauci method. I mean, throwing pills at it until it works.
Just toss more medicine. More vaccine. Well, have you heard of the new diseases that are coming out soon? There's like a zombie thing where it turns you like pale.
Well, these like real life DLC that comes out.
Oh shit. DLC for the vaccine. There you go. This is not a good thing, people.
I don't want to buy that DLC.
I don't want a virus DLC.
I suppose technically I didn't buy the base game of the vaccine, so I couldn't use the DLC even if I wanted to.
You know what I'm excited for? The fact that we're gonna have a RoboCop first-person shooter.
Cool.
Yeah, I just hope it's as dark and gritty. Ah, damn it, as the movie. At least the first one. We don't need flying samurai robots. Sorry if that's
You know it'll probably be based on the remake.
No, it's not the remake looking RoboCop. It's the old one.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it looks nice. So there's hope. The only thing I mean, I wouldn't even mind if they had the remake RoboCop as a skin, because I kind of like that one. He was kind of cool. But it looks just one of those things where it's like oh damn it, I'm stuck. I built myself a wall.
Did Mexico pay for it though?
Yeah, I paid for it, and I'm
You're still paying for it.
Tear this wall down. But yeah, it looks nice. I was just surprised that it's on the Switch, so we'll see how that goes.
Okay, you saved the level. You can actually proceed now.
What?
You saved it. You had that massive wall, but you managed to destroy it.
I tore it down like Gorbachev or Reagan. Or Don. Let's be the Don. I tore this wall down. It was the biggest wall. I tore it down. The biggest.
It's huge.
Believe me. Shit. So, the two of yous, I want to thank you both for joining me this evening.
Not a problem.
Yeah, thanks for having me, despite me being late.
Well, actually, glad I got the both of yous. I mean, hey, look at me, International Adam, over here, chatting with.
Yeah, look at you rocking two guests.
I know, right?
Hey, look at him stealing Hammer's whole gimmick of having an international cast.
I'm doing it on Monday. Let's see you take care of that on Wednesday. And you know what, Sora? You don't get clout just because you hung out in chat. I'm sorry. No, you don't get the table scraps of this show. It's it's all or nothing. You either got to hang out with the tough crowd or you didn't. You know I love you, Sora. So next time, we'll have you on next time. But I think we're gonna go ahead and close up the zoo. Was there anything the two of you would like to end with?
No.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Gotta have some like closing statements. At least something, nice to end the show with. If not, that's
all
cool.
right.
End of quote, repeat the line.
That is a good one. I think my parting statement would be, go away now.
Wait, I've heard that before.
I think that's the Critical Drinker says that.
Yeah, but you know what? I think Australian drinkers are much cooler than Irish drinkers, right? Or is he a Scottish drinker?
I think he's Scottish.
You fucking Commonwealth. You know what? Bourbon drinkers. Kentucky. Yeah, there you go. Oh. But I gotcha. And, Lisa, would you like to say something?
No, I can't think of anything at the moment.
No. Alright. Well, this is a Monday show. Let me recap, just before we, close out. Usually, it's Inquisitor who hosts on Monday, but he's dealing with some in real life situations, so we're holding the fort for him when we can. I've been your host this evening, Adam, Veggie Clan first, and I love y'all and God bless, and the zoo is closed.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Minions of the Zoo was recorded on tape in front of a live studio audience. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, trying.